As expected, XRP never crossed the $5 line in 2022. Next year may be a different story. Have you ever thought about the essence of the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit? What comes to your mind at first thought? Will XRP lose to SEC? Will XRP prevail? Or are we going to see a settlement? What exactly will be the fate of XRP? Will Ripple end up like its ally LBRY? Well, you don't need to worry anymore. In this video, we will be giving detailed review and outcomes concerning the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. Also, we will say the winner of 200 XRP today at the end of the video. If this sounds like something of much interest to you, be sure to check out this new video starting now. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, where we talk about the latest updates on XRP and the cryptocurrency world in general. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, we happily send you a special welcome. We invite you to hit on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We are announcing that this channel has a giveaway of 200 XRP. To stand the chance of participating, all you have to do is simply subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the hashtag XRP, and the winner will be announced today. The review from last January found that Ripple very well could reach $5 per token, but not quickly. There were too many roadblocks ahead, dominated by the lawsuit filed by the Securities and Exchange Commission in 2020. The legal wheels often grind slowly, and this lawsuit is no exception. As a result, Ripple's prices trended downward all year long under the weight of macroeconomic concerns and the uncertainty of the SEC suit. The XRP token has taken a 56% haircut year to date. In other words, my guidance has been on target so far. The two parties have filed most of their legal documents, with one last flurry of requests and opposition to redactions and document sealing coming up in January. The final ruling is probably several months away, since the so-called Daubert motions that are still awaiting their final papers usually signal a final judgment roughly 3 months later. However, that gap is not written in stone, and cases involving securities and/or commodities are among the slowest post-Daubert processes. So, you might be wondering what the next step will be. Even so, the SEC lawsuit is likely to reach its conclusion in the first half of 2023. When it does, a Ripple-friendly outcome would send the XRP token skyrocketing, while a ruling in favor of the SEC argument would have the opposite effect. In either case, this case will have wide-ranging effects on the cryptocurrency market. Let's take a look at what might happen if XRP prevails over the SEC. On December 12, 2020, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission brought what crypto followers consider one of the most consequential enforcement actions related to the sale of cryptocurrency since the industry's inception. The lawsuit is against Ripple Labs Incorporated, creator of the XRP token, which was at the time one of the top cryptocurrencies by market capitalization at $27 billion. By the end of the month in which the complaint was filed, Ripple's market capitalization dropped to $16 billion. The SEC alleged in its complaint that Ripple and related defendants violated Sections 5A and 5C of the Securities Act of 1933 by engaging in the unlawful offer and sale of securities in exchange for cash and other consideration worth over $1.4 billion. The lawsuit caused waves given not only the SEC's decision to pursue an enforcement action against the issuer of one of the most popular cryptocurrencies in circulation, but also Ripple's quick announcement of its intention to vigorously fight the lawsuit. The case now has reached a decisive point, as both sides filed motions for summary judgment in mid-September, asking the court, in part, to decide the most significant issue in the case: whether XRP is a security that needs to be registered pursuant to the Securities Act. Should the court grant summary judgment with respect to this issue, it will effectively have decided the case. If Ripple prevails on its motion, and the court holds that XRP is not a security, there can be no violation for the sale of unregistered securities. It would also represent the most significant defeat yet in the SEC's campaign to regulate cryptocurrency. If the SEC prevails on its motion, however, it will be another victory for the regulator that has repeatedly succeeded in actions against cryptocurrency issuers. If the court denies both motions, the issue will be litigated at a trial on the merits. The crux of the dispute is whether XRP can be considered an investment contract and therefore a security under the Securities Act. An investment contract is one category of instrument over which the SEC has been granted regulatory authority. The term is not defined in the federal securities laws, but the U.S. Supreme Court in the 1946 landmark case SEC v. W.J. Howey Company provided guidance on the essential elements of what constitutes an investment contract. It held that an investment contract is an investment in a common venture premised on a reasonable expectation of profits to be derived from the efforts of others. While subsequent cases have refined the test, the essential holding of Howey remains intact. The SEC argues that XRP falls squarely within the definition of an investment contract under Howey and its progeny. According to the SEC, purchasers of XRP invested in a common enterprise because those purchasers were entitled to receive returns directly proportionate to their stake in the token, or alternatively, the fortunes of the purchasers were tied to the fortunes of the promoter, in this case Ripple, which was the largest holder of the token from its creation. The SEC further argues it was clear that purchasers of XRP reasonably expected to profit from their purchase, in part because Ripple openly promoted the token as an investment from the outset, marketed and took steps to ensure purchasers' ability to resell XRP on secondary markets, and touted its efforts to provide and protect the liquidity of the XRP markets, among other reasons. To this end, the SEC argues that XRP purchasers expected their profits to result from Ripple's efforts. Ripple repeatedly vowed to develop a use and increase the utility or demand for XRP and touted its past efforts and future intentions to boost XRP liquidity. If the court accepts these arguments, the SEC will have established XRP is an investment contract and therefore is subject to the regulations imposed by the federal securities laws, including that it be registered as a security. By contrast, Ripple argues that XRP lacks the essential ingredients to be considered an investment contract. According to Ripple, every investment contract case prior to 1933 involved an actual contract, imposed post-sale obligations on the promoter, and gave the investor a right to receive profits. Ripple contends that none of these characteristics apply to XRP and that no Supreme Court or Second Circuit Court of Appeals case since Howey has found an investment contract to exist without these three characteristics. In response, the SEC accuses Ripple of conceding it could not prevail under existing law and labels the essential ingredients argument an attempt to read three new prongs into Howey. Ripple also challenges the SEC's assertion that XRP transactions were offers and sales of investment contracts even under the traditional Howey test, arguing that, in many cases, there was no investment of money, since Ripple gave away more than 2 billion tokens to charities and grant recipients, and that no common enterprise existed because Ripple does not manage, control, or operate a profit-seeking business venture. Ripple argues that millions of participants worldwide are capable of implementing changes to XRP's blockchain, in some cases when Ripple itself opposes those changes. Lastly, Ripple contends no buyer of XRP could reasonably expect profits from Ripple's efforts because Ripple was under no contractual obligation to undertake such efforts. A decision by the court on the competing motions is expected soon. If Ripple prevails, the SEC will have been dealt a major defeat, not only because it will have lost one of the most significant cryptocurrency enforcement actions ever brought, but also because it may mean the court was persuaded by Ripple's essential ingredients test for what constitutes an investment contract. The implications of such a decision likely would have widespread effects on future SEC litigation. Have you ever thought about what might happen if XRP loses the case? Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said the crypto company will move to another country if it loses in its legal battle with the SEC. Garlinghouse said he's confident that Ripple will prevail against the federal regulator, which accused the company of failing to register roughly $1.4 billion in XRP tokens as securities. "We think the law is on our side and the facts are on our side," he told Protocol. "But we will move to another jurisdiction if we lose the case in the United States. We still have an immense business to build. Why do it in a regulatory jurisdiction that's not going to be friendly towards us?" The SEC declined to comment. The case, which is expected to drag on until early next year, could have far-reaching implications for the crypto industry. The SEC, led by Chair Gary Gensler, has argued that many cryptocurrencies should be subject to the strict reporting and registration rules that apply to securities. The crypto industry has pushed back on that argument. A Ripple victory would be a major boost to the industry. "This isn't just important for Ripple," Garlinghouse said. "This is important for the whole industry. There's no doubt that if the SEC doesn't win their case against us, that is good for crypto in the United States. But," he said, "startups have a hard time in the United States where we don't have clear rules and they're not consistently applied. Entrepreneurs who are starting businesses today who ask me, I encourage them to look at markets like the UK. Garlinghouse said, go start your company in London or go to Singapore. Garlinghouse said the economic development offices of more than 1 or 2 countries that are looking to bring tech companies and entrepreneurs to their markets have reached out to Ripple about possible relocation. They look at what's happening in crypto, they understand something about Ripple, they're aware of the lawsuit, and they're like, hey, maybe we should talk, he said. He declined to name the countries, but Garlinghouse cited the UK, Singapore, and Switzerland as countries that are friendly towards crypto. Garlinghouse has expressed optimism that Ripple will prevail in the SEC legal battle and that the company would eventually go public, presumably in the US. In an interview with Protocol earlier this year, he noted that the US does have the most liquid, the most vibrant, the largest capital market in the world. Alex Johnson, author of the FinTech Takes newsletter, said moving to another country makes sense for Ripple since a big chunk of its business and the vast majority of its recent growth have come outside the US. There doesn't seem to be, from my perspective, a super compelling reason for them to continue operating out of the US, win or lose, he told Protocol. Like other crypto companies, Ripple has felt the impact of the market downturn. The market value of XRP, the cryptocurrency used in Ripple's payments ecosystem, has fallen about 60% this year, according to CoinMarketCap. What if there is no settlement? Now, down to my thoughts. Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. Assuming that the lawsuit isn't settled before the final gavel falls, we're looking at a precedent-setting legal action here. That is exactly what Ripple wants and what the SEC has tried to avoid. The Ripple team is trying to establish a legal ruling that will place different cryptocurrencies under different legislative rules. Ideally, the legal framework would separate currency-like tokens such as Ripple from investment securities you'd buy and hold, expecting their value to rise over time. Bitcoin would arguably be an example of a security-style digital asset. This distinction is crucial to Ripple's defense, as the SEC wants to treat all cryptocurrencies as securities. From that point of view, the Ripple company broke the law when it raised $1.3 billion by selling XRP tokens between 2013 and 2020. Ripple claims that the token sale was properly managed according to the best information and guidance available at the time, and that the token sales didn't qualify as an investment contract according to the 3-pronged Howey test. I'm no lawyer and won't try to guess how this lawsuit will play out. But whatever direction Magistrate Judge Sarah Nedburn's final verdict leans, it will be a crucial step toward clarity in the legal status of cryptocurrencies. It won't be the final word, as I'm sure we'll see appeals stretching this matter out for many years, but even a glimmer of lucidity is an improvement over the murky waters crypto investors are wading through today. So we're looking at 2 extreme possibilities for Ripple in 2023, with an infinite array of grayscale outcomes in between. Depending on where the legal chips fall, it is absolutely possible that XRP's price could skyrocket to $5 or more in 2023. At the same time, a harsher verdict could also send the token far below its current price of 36 cents per token. So in the relatively short term, Ripple's future is almost impossible to nail down. However, I see strong returns in the far future, no matter what happens to the SEC lawsuit next year. That much-needed clarification becomes part of a larger regulatory puzzle, along with the Congress-level fallout from last month's FTX meltdown. The proverbial stars are aligning for a more robust legal system around cryptocurrency, including crucial details like more straightforward taxation rules, tighter oversight of cryptocurrency trading services, and improved safeguards against crypto-based fraud and money laundering. Moreover, rocky roads lie ahead. The ride will certainly be painful as weaker hands fade into footnotes in the early history of cryptocurrencies. But Ripple has already proven its worth as an international payments processor with low fees and quick transactions. The system isn't perfect, and many crypto investors argue that its design is much too centralized under the control of Ripple Labs Incorporated and CEO Brad Garlinghouse. But don't forget that Ripple already has an active business based on its almost global payment processing network. Major partners include the country of Palau and global banks such as Banco Santander and Bank of America. American clients are pausing their business activity with Ripple until the SEC storm has passed, but the RippleNet payment system is running at full speed in other jurisdictions. So Ripple seems poised to survive whatever the SEC can throw at it next year, building its worldwide business operations for the long haul. Frankly, I'll eat my hat if Ripple tokens aren't worth at least $5 each in 2025 and beyond. Just be prepared to tackle far lower prices in 2023 if the lawsuit doesn't go Ripple Labs' way. Anyway, no financial advice here. Now, we will say the winner of the 200 XRP. Congratulations to the winner, you can see the winner now. If you did not win, do not worry, we will have another giveaway on January 15th. So we come to the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, you can help enlighten others just like you have been enlightened by sharing this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news everywhere, guys. If you are a true cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our content. See you tomorrow to talk about the latest news that concerns us all as a community.